Mr. Eggplant presents.
Hey guys, Tyler here, and thank you for checking out this video. And I'm back here with some more charged delves. So I hope you guys are enjoying this new way to do some of these delves. I know that I've slowly started to fill out the tree, and I've been having a ton of fun, and I hope that this will kind of supercharge you into giving delves a go. It's one of my favorite things that they've added to the game here in The War Within. So we're going to be doing a tier 11 Nightfall Sanctum. If you guys are not new to my channel, you'll know that this is my favorite of all of the delves. It's not my favorite story though, but I will be playing a Sentinel Marksman Hunter in here. It's been quite some time since I played some Sentinel, so I'll break it out again, and we'll kind of talk about things for 11.2, and then just talk about the delve throughout. And then this build string will be found down in the description of the video. It's a pretty standard build for me in delves, and I will be using a pet, which is my boy Grong here. So my item level is 682, so I'm pretty much as high item level as I can be. I have already upgraded my belt this week, so the disc belt is now officially at 694 item level. And then my Bran is level 80, he's in that healer role, and he's got the Goblo, Magnetic, Bouncing Grenade, and Loot Raider as his curios. And then looking at the tree, so I'm only about halfway down. There's a ton of damage down here at the bottom, including 15% of my main stat, bonus to mastery, and a bunch of other stuff, giving haste, which stacks up to 3 times. That's crazy. We'll have to get that done because I also want the mount that it rewards at the end. But I'm going to go ahead and eat some food here really quick, and the insomnia is kind of hitting, so as customary, the insomnia hits, which means we record some delve runs. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And leave me your feedback down below. Let me know how you guys are doing. How are you liking the end of this tier? They're giving us a ton of borrowed power, including the disc belt, but then also in 11.2 as well. So we have a new cloak to look forward to. I won't spoil anything too much, but it looks to be interesting. It's going to be a pretty high item level when we're all said and done. I've been doing a lot of research on it on the PTR as I'm working on my 11.2 Marksman Hunter guide. I'm trying to really go all out and make a guide that is worthy of your time, and I've done a ton of research so far. Not that I don't do research, but it's been a lot more. I've really put in a lot of effort, and I think that we have probably about 5 or 6 weeks on the PTR, and speaking of the PTR, I will have some PTR videos out this weekend. Assuming, of course, that I have this thing go live when it's supposed to. I guess we'll wait and see. Yeah, this is probably one of my least favorite of the delve stories in this one. It's rather slow, too. And I guess you could probably go through and go invis and skip a bunch of this stuff. We have to clear out 11 of the braziers. Oh, hey, buddy. I don't like how far away these pylons can pick you up. Rather annoying. But right now, for example, is something that's going to be rectified in 11.2. It's a huge quality of life. So my weak aura says, hey Tyler, you can use your Lunar Storm, but the problem is I can't drop it because my rapid fire was on cooldown. But starting in 11.2, whenever your Lunar Storm is available to be dropped, it'll automatically take your rapid fire off of cooldown. It's so nice. I've been messing around with it on the PTR, and it's such a nice quality of life. Like, for example, because you all have probably had a point where you go through and you're like, well, I don't know, I'm just going to stare at this button for 30 seconds because I used it 2 seconds early. Such a frustrating experience to have, so this is going to help with that significantly. And with the way secondaries are going, we're going to have more haste in our build if you're playing a Sentinel Marksman Hunter. That's going to be great because you do attack a little bit slower than you do as a Dark Ranger. But we're going to be able to have more haste in the build, which will just be a higher quality of life. Got some bonus damage from our tier set, or at least the current version of the tier set. To pump up where are these guys pulling from? This is crazy. I bet it's Bran. Such a Bran thing to do it, you know it? But there's going to be more damage to rapid fire, and we're going to have the ability to cleave on up to 8 targets thanks to light ammo coming back. I think they realized maybe we need a little extra help in that department. And there's some various changes as well that, again, I don't want to spoil too much if this is something that you would like to check out for yourself. I know I'm definitely that way. But a lot of really cool things are happening. I just hope we're not continuing to be too strong to where we see like nerf bad, you know, that sort of thing. That always feels kind of bad. Alright, so the curios, for at least for now, are once again worth picking up for us because they're going to drop those fragments. Sorry, I had to cough there. Didn't want to cough into the mic. It's been a long day at work, and I don't know why I dropped Lunar Storm there. So, probably should get some of my... I have my tea here. I don't know why I don't use it. There we go. Alright, and you got these stupid crystals as well. Oh. Okay, well. One-shot that thing, I guess. Jump over those. And we'll keep on moving here. So on these guys, the Inquisitors, they're the ones who drop the shield on the enemies. You do want to interrupt that, otherwise basically everything takes no damage. And like you just saw, I used my rapid fire, but I was just off cooldown wise, so now I'm just sitting there looking at it going, oh, Lunar Storm's available, and you can't drop it. So I'm really looking forward to that change alone. I think it's going to bring a lot more people who are trying the spec or as a marksman hunter for the first time. I can say, hey, you know, definitely try out Sentinel. That'll be a lot of fun. I don't like the dropping the peripheral on the ground, but it moves now. I just need the people in my Mythic Plus group to be able to see it. Come on, Blizzard, please, please, please. And I think I did read in 11.2 they're going to allow you to turn down effects of other people's abilities. So Jade Fire Stomp, you know, that sort of thing. Not that I wouldn't want to see that rend, but that'll be something that you can change, and I'm hoping that will allow people on your team to see the circle. I get it in PvP you see it, but that's so you can dodge it. But I just don't know why you wouldn't be able to see it as you know, your own team. Who, like, you know, if Teach is tanking, for example, and he doesn't know exactly where it is, even though it does move, that can be frustrating, right? Because now he is inadvertently hurting the group itself. Forget about my damage. But there's a lot of cool things happening, and then the tier sets that are going to be different tier sets based on your hero talents. That's pretty cool. That's something they've never done before. Like options for tier. That'll be real cool. Oh, I'm going to walk over this. I was going to try to not to, and then I did. Oops. I'm thinking by the time I fill in, aha, dispelled, get owned. That's actually going to be something you want to do later on. You want to take damage from those because they increase your damage by 15% later on in the tree. But for now, we'll probably not get hit by those unless, you know, I'm not paying attention, which is often. Let's be real here. There's a lot of cool things happening, and I'm pleasantly surprised to see. Even though we just got a rework and all that, I just walked through it again. I just realized, I'm gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt real bad. Just after we got a rework, we already are seeing some changes to our trees. They're kind of trimming the fat a little bit, which is, again, never a bad thing. Light ammo coming back. We lost a couple of abilities. One of them we never really picked. Wasn't that big of a deal. No, Mr. Inquisitor. So, again, great things happening, and I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on if you're on the PTR. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you're working on. What are you most excited about for your marksman hunter? I don't want to use my rapid fire because it's going to drop a Lunar Storm. This pull is not going to last too much. Here we go. So continue to grab those cures. Oh look, I'm bugged where I'm just constantly doing this thing with my arm. I love it. I love it. You're gonna go back to it? Oh, I didn't. Okay. Alright, so 47 seconds left on True Shot. We're probably going to be looking to do a big pull. I've not been pulling big yet, but I know that that can change soon once I get my True Shot. And I think Dark Range... The issue is we're going to have a high amount of crit chance. So base, I have like 48% crit chance. And during True Shot, I'll have 58%. And then, if I'm in the last 20% of a boss's health and I have that other ability picked, the Bullseye, then you're going to be doing... You'll have almost 100% chance to crit. And at that point, you'd think you'd always want to have your True Shot, or excuse me, that actually hurt quite a bit. I was not expecting that. You would have your Unerring Vision be doing a ton of damage because you'd be critting almost 100% of the time, and that would mean that all that would be doing an additional 20% crit damage. That's one of the big things right now as a Dark Ranger, is that you can just hit like a truck with your Black Arrow. It does so much damage. You can hit for like, 8 mil. The biggest I've seen was actually against Rend when we were in PvP of all things, and she got hit for like 9 million, which was like, it had to have been like the perfect storm. And it wasn't like she didn't have PvP gear on too, to give you an idea. But she got absolutely just blown up by a Dark Ranger. I think we were doing like capture the flag, so maybe she was taking more damage because she's always the flag carrier, so maybe that is kind of skewing that data, but it was like 9 million. It was crazy. Finish this guy off. So I am noticing, first off, I'm out of practice with Sentinel for sure, and I'm being a little stingy with my cooldowns, but I feel like I can have a lot of burst damage when I play my Dark Ranger, and that's one of the reasons I like it so much. That there. But it is also very, very proc based too. So if you don't get those death blow procs, you're gonna have a bad time. All right, how many do we have? We have officially 9. I see you. Let's go ahead and take care of these guys real quick, otherwise they're gonna jump us at the end. Oh yeah, I don't have... I'm so used to whenever Black Arrow or Kill Shot procs, because you do a single target build when you're playing Dark Ranger. It's just like a single target cleave build. You use those a lot, where if I'm playing Sentinel, I barely use my Kill Shot. If I do, it's at the very end of a pull, like right now, or it's in single target only if you have certain abilities talented. Otherwise, it's not worth to ever click. That was something that was an issue with Explosive Shot in single target as well, and they're changing some of our points in the tree to help with that, and kind of bring in it's like our 4-set light, or our 4-set? Season 2 set for sure. Where just that it's an interaction. It's not necessarily the actual tier set, but it is the interaction, and that was... I read some of the feedback that Blizzard left us, and I guess a lot of people really like the whole fishing for proc aspect. So whenever you get the shiny buttons that light up, then do the thing. So meaning once you get a lock and load proc, which is an 8% chance currently, an 8% chance on auto attack, it's now going to be 10% in Season 3 or in 11.2. But the cool thing is going to be you don't have to fish anymore. You can guarantee a lock and load proc whenever you use your explosive shot. So you're going to cast your explosive shot, then it's automatically going to give you lock and load, which means your next aim shot will be free and will cost 0 focus and is instant and will be empowered, doing more damage, and it'll cause that explosive shot to do 40% additional damage and explode instantly. A lot of really cool interactions there, and particularly in single target. If you end up running with it, it'll give you a reason to hit that explosive shot button when maybe you wouldn't normally. I'm always under the assumption I'm using it. I don't like to just look at it and never use it. If I have it talented, I'm just going to use the thing. I know that not all guides or not all people will, and that's totally fine. But if I see that the explosive shot off cooldown, I'm probably going to use it. These things just keep pulling. Please. Is there any of the curios in here? Well, I can't pick it up anyway. This Bran is not doing anything. I know, shocker, right? Bran not doing something? Never. Alright. See if I pulled this. I probably will. Oh, I didn't. Nice. Wait, no. Is the pylon gonna pull? Okay, the pylons don't actually pull. That's good to know. But he does. Alright, let's do this. This guy's pretty standard. So I am in my AoE build. So I won't do as much. And when you play Sentinel, you don't do as much single target damage as you do as a Dark Ranger. That's one of the reasons I've been really enjoying it in Keys as we've been doing our final push, was because I could do a ton of single target damage while being in that AoE build, or single target cleave build. Again, a much better way to describe it. But I hope you guys have enjoyed my TED Talk. I didn't mean to necessarily talk about all the changes that are happening, and there's going to be so many more. But this is fun, and I really, really hope you guys, I hope you guys are enjoying the charge delves. I'm glad to see that they're continually making content for something that I really enjoy in the game. I know it's not for everybody. I just realized I didn't use my bounty. Dang! Didn't use my bounty. Well, that means I'm gonna have to do another one probably tomorrow. There's only one of these charge delves I haven't done, which is the side street sluice. So I'll probably be doing that one and recording it as well, because that'll give me my final feat of strength. Because you do get a feat of strength, or it says it's a feat of strength, but it's still in delves. There we go. It's still down in here, which is the overcharged delver. And then if you fill out the entire tree, you get that chariot mount. Let me tell you, this thing is amazing. Look at this. Look at this. So I know that this is just a recolor, redesign, whatever you want to call it, of the Season 1 Mythic Plus mount. This thing looks so good, though. So good. I have to have this, and I will be using it on my my mage. So let's go ahead and see what we get here, and then we'll finish off this video. Anything good? Anything good? Probably not. At this point, we don't really need anything from these. These are just something fun for me to do and record videos for you guys. And because if you guys are probably still doing some delves, working on your belt every week. I know that Delmar and I were talking about it earlier. He's been making some really great progress on his character. Also, he got AOTC for the first time this week. I'm so proud of him. So congratulations, Delmar. And thank you guys so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Be sure and follow me over at Twitch at twitch.tv/Mr. Eggplant. I've got some more MOG videos. I've got a couple of mythic kills as well to share with you guys. And we're going to be really moving on to PTR at that point. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.